So guys, we're here now for the final band of this, I guess we could say it's an episode of joining me at the festival here at Truefeel Festival. And guys, I've got to be honest, I've been so excited to get these guys and stuff like that in the Joining Me Today podcast sphere. I'm big fans of them and stuff like that. They're absolutely awesome. Tropic Gold, how are you guys doing?
That's a nice little intro.
Thank you. Yeah, you guys are amazing. The latest EP, amazing, honestly. And the success of that, like, sorry to talk numbers, whatever, it's been like incredible and stuff like that. I feel like you guys, like, you're on that trajectory and that's going up like that. Like, what's the success of the EP been like? Because it's been like absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I mean, like overall, like I think because of the quick kind of change, sort of accentuating more of like the heavier side there. A lot of people have been sort of like really receptive of that, and you know, I mean, we don't really look too much at numbers and things like that, but it has been, you know, it's done really well, and it's brought in. I think it's the release that's brought in a lot of new people more than anything that we've done so far. But yeah, it's been really nice, and our whole set has pretty much changed to like all the new songs with a couple of old ones thrown in, and that we can really tell the difference like when we play those as well. So yeah, overall, just from like every aspect, like it's been sick. Yeah, it's been nice.
And what's it been like playing live and sort of like playing it live? Like obviously you guys have just had your set and stuff like that. That's sort of an hour ago or so and stuff. What's it like being able to play this live and stuff? Because it wouldn't be the first shows doing it live, but it's still kind of new compared to your older stuff. Sort of like, what's it like playing it live and stuff?
I mean, we notice it like you know, I think we notice it within the same set anyway, because we do still play like some legacy tracks, you know, and we kind of notice the feed maybe of energy from the crowd, and the newer stuff, the crowd seem to engage, you know, a lot more with it. They definitely engage with the older tracks too, and they have their place in the set. But I think what Josh was saying is that people kind of just really get on board with like some of the heavier stuff. Yeah, they like it.
And I've got to say as well, and stuff, talking about legacy tracks, I've got to speak about it because I know I forget to speak about it, like we used to. That song is so good. Like
that's a rogue one, man.
That's an old track.
That's
really old.
But it's honestly, it's my favourite song from you guys. I've got to admit, honestly, yeah, and stuff. Sort of tell us sort of a bit about that song.
That one.
Oh my god.
Bloody hell, mate. I can't think that far back.
That was when we were doing that EP. We were really sort of like trying to figure out how far we wanted to lean in certain directions, and I think that one really sort of had a really distinct mixture of like how our choruses have kind of always had that same sort of like anthemic kind of open chord feel, but we were also, me personally was also playing around with how much sort of like guitar to pull out, and I was like writing things on guitar and then changing it to synth, so that song's like really synth heavy and the guitars are quite buried in that. So I think a lot of that, the feeling from that really comes from like just trying to, across the whole of that EP, Do You Feel It, was really just trying to sort of blend things in different ways. Yeah, and I think it's sort of like, there's always been like a theme, you know, you can put any of the songs in a playlist and they're near enough kind of all sound like us, but I think there's that clear development towards the newer stuff where you can see from the earlier stuff where it's come from, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's a throwback.
That's an old song. Yeah, I mean we haven't played that.
Have you even listened to that?
Yeah. I can play it.
Live.
Wait, I've got to pick up on that. You guys have never played that live?
We have, but
anyone.
I was going to say, because that even had a music video. I'd be mad if you never played that live. That's a single.
Amy recently joined the band, so like as far as the ones that you played, it's a lot more of the recent ones. And kind of what the set was when when she joined, which was not like hugely different to what I thought.
It's been nice to learn the old stuff though, like to see the difference in like what it was and what it is now, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Is it hard to sort of jump in and stuff like that and sort of learn and stuff like that, like sort of all these sort of new tracks, right? Like, is it quite daunting to be like, okay, I've got to know this? It's not like you guys have sort of did it together, you know what I mean? You're kind of jumping into a sort of a pool that's already full up sort of thing. So is it hard to sort of jump in like that?
To be honest, because everything's like so well produced and like the final product is, I can literally just like listen through and then just pick up what I want to pick up, and then there's little bits here and there where I add a little little thing of like what is my sort of style, but the stuff is really like fun to play, and it's not something that I would personally write or choose to play, so it's quite nice. Like it pushes me to learn things that I wouldn't normally learn or play. So yeah, I've enjoyed it.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant. I know I'd struggle though because I just struggle with things. I don't know where I was going with that. It was a joke. Guys, it's been a long day. We spoke about sort of past work, spoke about present work. We've got to speak about sort of the future and stuff. We spoke and stuff like that, a bit about how you guys' trajectory, it's like, it's going up like that and stuff. You guys have got definitely loads and loads of success coming your way. But what is the future plans for the band at the moment? Like, is anything in the works? So what's going on next steps?
We never really stopped writing, even when we release something. Over the period of releasing all the tracks from 6 Def and everything, like, you know, you focusing a lot on like the releases and stuff, but now it's out, it's very much like we're back to sort of like, we never planned for 6 Def to be like a 8-track with an intro, you know, a couple of these like smaller mini songs thrown in there. That was never the plan, it was always just going to be another 6-track. So there was songs that had been like butchered and turned into like these interludes and not even interludes, really like mini songs, but so we never really know what the final product's going to be. Like, our heart is very much in a place of like, cool, X amount of tracks is going to equal our first album. It could be more, it could be less, it could be something completely different. We could think about some sort of new way we want to release things or some sort of schedule. At the moment, we're very much just like still in the realm of everything's to do with 6 Def. So it's, yeah, we're always writing, it's always on the go. Obviously this will be the first stuff that we've written, you know, with Amy on board as well. So it's gonna be cool. We've got like a good like open journey with the EP just going out a couple of months ago. So we've got some time, but yeah, it doesn't end really, so in a good way.
I know it's a bit of a glorified EP because it is quite long, but you know, I don't, like Josh said, we never went out intending on it being that big really, but like the framework of the EP and the way that the songs kind of panned out and kind of like the story of everything behind it, it just didn't make sense to make it smaller. We felt maybe we'd do ourselves a bit of a disjustice if we had missed songs off of it, you know. So we still called it an EP, and we were just like, here's a couple of tracks that maybe there should be.
We have like some like minimum expectations of what we want to be able to like release next, which is like, you know, what is in the works now and all the conversations are around now at the moment. And with everything like leading up to like the first headline show next week, like, you know, there's a lot kind of going on all at the same time. So yeah, realistically, when it comes to album, we'd like to sort of think that without putting too much pressure on ourselves, that's the next step really, is just working on the first album. Yeah.
The final thing is something like that, before we wrap things up here, I've got to talk about it because it's probably the best thing that I've seen all day today. You jumping in, Jacob, on Maniac with CRASHFACE. That song is actually was the song of the year and stuff like that. For people that don't know, that was the song of the year for the podcast music awards, for my podcast music awards, whatever and stuff. And I was there, stuff like that, listening to the song, and then when you jumped on and stuff like that to do Thingy's part and stuff like that from Wargasm, I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. Tell us quickly about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, Charlie, CRASHFACE supporting us at our headline show next week, and you know, we became quite good friends with him a while ago, and he's so cool, and the music is so good, and he sort of hit me up on Instagram and said, you know, would you mind featuring on this? Because obviously it's Sam's part from Wargasm, and you know, he's not here. And I was like, damn, like some big shoes to fill, you know. Like, we're good friends with Sam. We did some shows with him last year, and the Wargasm guys. And
CRASHFACE did on that tour as well, wasn't it? Yeah, it's just before they went on that tour. Definitely. We did an interview. So
yeah, definitely. And so yeah, just tried to do the best I could with it. I can't scream like Sam. He's got a pretty crazy scream, but did the best I could, sort of in my own way.
But it was so awesome, though.
Yeah,
it was so awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, really cool opportunity, and I'm really thankful for Charlie for letting us do that.
See, so you guys and stuff, if you didn't come to this festival, you missed out on an awesome moment there, so you're going to regret that one. You're going to regret that one. But anyway, and stuff, this has been another fantastic interview. Before we go, red carpet out to you guys, do shout outs and stuff like that of your stuff and all of that. You know, red carpet's all yours, sort of tell us what you've got going on.
Headline next week.
We've got our headline next week, which is pretty much the same because it's sold out, so that's great. Obviously, like our EP 6 Step and everything has just been out, so
Find it everywhere.
Yeah, which is everywhere, and we've got a lot of stuff like upcoming, like new shows to announce and stuff, and unfortunately not really too much we can sort of say about that, but that's all coming out on our socials, which is just Tropic Gold music everywhere, and that's pretty much where we're at the moment.
Yeah.
So
That's all amazing. You guys should definitely go check all that stuff out. I hope you guys enjoyed the stuff, the 3 interviews I had today, and joining me at the festival. Special episode will go with it and stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed this. See you guys next time. Peace out.